Damn, I can't believe how dirty the team got these bike airs. Let me show you how to clean them up. Hi, my name's Steve. Welcome to Shoe Care Academy. Today we will be cleaning these bike airs. They are filthy, and really without further ado, let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do today is remove these laces. I'm also gonna insert this shoe tree. The shoe tree is gonna help me apply pressure on the toe box when you clean. So it's one just quick tip. Anytime I'm cleaning shoes, I always put shoe trees in. Take these out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set this shoe over here for before and after purposes, and we're gonna get started. Okay, so I'm dry brushing this. These shoes were super filthy, as you can see by the mess. I need to get all this off, or I'm just gonna create a big mud puddle, which we don't wanna do. This is my personal pair. I love the Bike Air ones. Honestly, Nigel Sylvester, his last couple releases are my favorite probably of the year. The Brick by Brick One sneaker of the year, so shout out to Nigel Sylvester for that. So this shoe is bleeding a little bit. Not that it really matters, but this leather, I can see a little bit of dark coming off on this brush. So just pay attention when you're cleaning these shoes. Again, these are made to look distressed, so I don't think it's going to affect anything, but it is bleeding just slightly. So again, I'm just going over using the soft bristle brush, the entire shoe. This creates the most lather or bubbles. And then what I'll do is I'll continue to the medium bristle brush. Luckily, these are supposed to be distressed, so I'm not too worried about a slight bleeding is coming from this leather. The other thing that I'm gonna focus on in this cleaning is these insoles are filthy, so is this tongue, so I'm gonna have to spend a little extra time on that. So let's go ahead and get on this tongue. Again, using the soft bristle brush, this is a super delicate material. We should probably clean up our workstation, because what I'm afraid I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna get all this dirt back on the shoe. So we may take a slight break, get some new water, clean up this station, and then we can get going on the rest of the shoe. Before I do that though, I will take these medium bristle brush. I'm gonna hit these midsoles. So Nigel Sylvester was the first professional BMX athlete to sign with Jordan brand, and they are crushing it with the releases, especially this year. Obviously this Jordan 1 Low, I'm a huge Jordan 1 Low fan, so this is at the top of the list as well. This was a milestone because Jordan brand had traditionally focused on basketball and sports style athletes, and Sylvester's signing signified their expansion into urban action sports culture. All right, now, before we clean up our mess, I'm gonna use a stiff bristle brush, hit these midsoles one more time. In 2018, Sylvester dropped his first collaboration with Jordan brand via the Air Jordan 1 High OG silhouette. This low version was actually a sample of the original. It's looking pretty good, but as I said, this workspace is super dirty, so I'm gonna take 5 minutes, I'm gonna set this aside, I'm gonna clean this up, get new water, rinse the brushes out, and then come back and finish this cleaning. Okay, now we're back with a semi-clean shoe and a clean workstation. We're gonna finish this cleaning up now. So I've used our soft bristle brush, I've gone over the entire uppers and went over the tongue, and I used the medium bristle brush for the midsole. Next step is gonna be using our stiff bristle brush here for the outsole, and then we need to clean these laces and this dirty insole. So let's get going. Another one of the cool things about Sylvester's releases is the fact that they changed from Nike Air to Bike Air. I think that that's a pretty cool change up that Jordan brand allowed them to do. And it's one of the things that really separates that shoe from other releases. All right, now what we're gonna do, take the shoe tree out. I'm gonna go ahead and take this soft bristle brush. I'm gonna clean this tongue a little bit better. Both inside and out, you can see the back is very dirty. This is my personal pair, so I definitely want to get them as clean as possible because these will go back on feet. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this And I'm just gonna clean the inside of this shoe with the towel. Okay. Now let's move on to this dirty insole. All right, last thing we got to do is clean these laces. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip them in here, get them a little soapy, and then the way I've always cleaned laces, kind of just rubbed them in between my hands, my fingers, you know, really just used friction against each other to get them as clean as possible. They look pretty good, and then just take the towel and get as much excess liquid and soap out of them. Boom. So pro tip, I just use the essential kit to clean this, but if you have our signature cleaning kit, what we're probably gonna do is take this, put it in our laundry bag from our signature kit, and these laces just to get a deeper clean and get all that soap out, because technically the soap is still gonna be in here, and if your feet sweat, you might have some, you know, some feet bubbles or something like that. Next step, we're gonna go ahead and put these outside. We're gonna let them dry, come back and finish this video. See you in a second. All right, if you're as blessed as us, we're in Arizona, it's almost winter time and it's still like 80 degrees, you can set these shoes outside. They'll dry in probably maybe an hour. Nice, well-ventilated, warm area. Same with these. We'll come back, we'll finish the video. Peace. How's it going? We are back. Shoes look good. Overall, shoes look excellent. Actually, I do want to point out a couple things though. I did notice that, and I mentioned earlier that the shoe bleeds a little bit. So if you look right here, the black leather bled into the tongue. The other thing that kind of got some discoloration and got some cross bleed on it was this Nike check. So when you're cleaning your shoes, just be aware, if you clean it the way I did and you're not careful, if you oversaturate, you can kind of bleed into this. So just wanted to let you guys know, let us make the mistakes when we're cleaning these shoes so you can learn how to do it yourself and avoid having any issues. So overall, clean went great. We're gonna lace these up, but again, there was some bleeding that happened to discolor this. I would go back and try to clean this, but these are mine, I don't really care. So I'm just gonna lace them up and we're gonna keep it moving. Here we go, all laced up. All right, now that it's all laced up, we can compare it to the before. This thing's still really dirty. Obviously, you can tell the difference. All right, so this is gonna conclude this video. They turned out great. We used our essential kit. You can find it at reshoevn8r.com. Go pick one up today if you got some shoes that need to be cleaned up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment. If you have any questions or you have a shoe that you want to clean, we will try to clean those. Again, I pointed out the little color bleed, but again, that adds to the distressed look. So I actually kind of like it at the end of the day. That's really going to conclude this video. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.